Hello everyone, and welcome to this comprehensive guide on worship leading. As worship leaders, we have this unique role in facilitating a meaningful connection between the congregation and God. Our ability to lead with excellence can greatly impact the worship experience. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aaron Graham. I've been a worship leader for well over 25 years. And I wanted to bring these series of videos of mastering worship leading to you to try and encourage you. Maybe you've been asked by your local pastor to lead the congregation in worship. Or you've been asked by a senior worship leader to lead the congregation in worship. And quite frankly, you're out of your depth and you don't understand the full significance of what this actually means. You see, being a worship leader can be called like a cliche in many churches. But I want to try and encourage you today and help you as we delve into the various aspects of mastering this art. And let's remember, it's also a wonderful gift from God. As a worship leader, you're not just leading the congregation, you're also leading a team. This means understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each team member and providing constructive criticism and creating a space where everyone can grow. It's about fostering a sense of community and collaboration where each member feels valued and can contribute their best. As a worship leader, your role goes beyond just leading songs. You're entrusted with creating an atmosphere of reverence, guiding the congregation into their spiritual journey, and facilitating a deep connection with God. It's a position of great responsibility, but it is also immense joy and fulfillment. And quite honestly, I love leading worship. I have loved it every time I stand in front of a congregation, whether it be hundreds or just a few. I feel that sense of joy and fulfillment knowing that this is what God has called me to do. At the core of worship leading is the heart. It's not just about the technicalities or the performance, which you'll see in another video where I delve in a little bit more about what performance is and what it shouldn't be. It's about serving. As worship leaders, we're called to humbly serve the congregation, leading them into God's presence. This means being sensitive to their needs, creating an atmosphere, and pointing everyone's focus to God. As a worship leader, your authenticity is key. It's not about putting on a performance or seeking validation. It's about sharing your own journey of faith, your struggles, your victories. I've always said this: when you're leading worship, don't try to copy someone else. Be yourself. Some of the most powerful times that I have had in my experience of leading worship is when I didn't really feel like leading worship at all, where I was facing those struggles, and yet God's Holy Spirit entered in to that moment, that space, and His presence filled the place. You see, when the congregation sees your vulnerability, it encourages them also to be open and to be real in their worship as well. I've always said this, that what we do on a Sunday or what we do in a church service is just one aspect of worship. Always remember this: worship is a lifestyle. It's how we live, and it's something that we should live for daily. No worship session is without its challenges. Technical glitches, last minute changes, or even personal distractions can arise. I've been there. I've had the phone call where people have said, sorry, I can't make it today because I'm not well, or something else has popped up, I can't be there. In these situations, as a worship leader, it's your ability to remain flexible and extend grace, as these are very crucial. It's about adapting on the go, finding alternative solutions, and ultimately not letting any external factors hinder the worship experience. While spontaneity has its place in worship, a well thought out plan is also crucial. It involves selecting songs that complement the theme or message, considering the flow and the dynamics of incorporating elements like prayers, readings, testimonies. Planning also extends the technical aspects, ensuring that the sound is right, the lighting is, and the visuals enhance rather than distract. A comprehensive plan not only creates a seamless service, but also an intentional moments of reflection and response. The old adage holds true. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Adequate preparation is crucial for a worship leader. This includes not just selecting the right songs, but also understanding their theological significance. It involves rehearsing with the worship team, ensuring everyone is on the same page. Additionally, being well versed with the technical aspects of the sound system and the instruments can prevent any last minute hiccups. While planning and structure are important for a worship set, leaving room and for spontaneity is equally vital. It's about being sensitive to the leading of the Holy Spirit, being open to change. I've been in those moments where I have rehearsed songs, I've practiced songs, and I really felt the Holy Spirit saying to me at that moment, I want you to change a song here. This is not the song that you need to finish with. And that's where we need to be open to the leading of the Holy Spirit. And that is a very important aspect of being a worship leader. Being open to the leading of the Holy Spirit. Sometimes we can be so rigid in our programs, we can be so rigid in our worship sets that we don't leave it open. So we have to allow moments of improvisation. The balance between structure and flexibility is what creates a truly dynamic worship experience. I want you to remember this, and it's vitally important as well. Every congregation is unique. And as a worship leader, you must be sensitive to their needs and emotions. Sometimes a congregation may be in a place of celebration, while at other times they may be in a season of lament. Your role is to discern the spiritual atmosphere and lead accordingly. Selected songs and creating moments that resonate with their hearts. Worship is not passive activity, it's a communal one. As worship leaders, our aim should be to create an environment where everyone feels comfortable and encouraged to participate. This can be through the use of familiar songs, clear and accessible instructions, or even simple gestures. Engaging with the congregation goes beyond just the technical or musical aspect. It's about creating a space where people can express their love and their gratitude and their devotion to God in their own unique ways. I always say to people, If you feel comfortable to stand, stand. If you feel comfortable to sit, sit. I'm not here to dictate what people do in our worship experience. We have to be sensitive to their hearts as well as our own. And new songs can bring a sense of freshness and help the congregation to grow in their worship. However, it's crucial to strike a balance, ensuring that the songs chosen align with the overall theme and the congregation's preferences. Choosing the right songs is also an art in itself. While it's important to include familiar ones that the congregation can easily engage with, it's equally vital to introduce new songs. This brings a sense of freshness and helps prevent worship from becoming notorious, or as I would put it, stagnant. However, introducing new songs requires intentional teaching and repetition to ensure everyone can participate. It's not just about personal preferences or popular hits. And this is where I see a lot of churches go wrong when they're involved in worship in their churches, and people jump on a bandwagon, as I would say here. They want to sing the latest songs. They want to sing the freshest, most popular worship or praise songs out there, from the Bethels, from the Hillsongs, from the Elevation Worship, or from wherever they listen to their music from. A lot of churches want to do that. But as I mentioned, every congregation is unique. One thing that you've got to understand also about when you hear these songs, when you watch these worship sets from the likes of Hillsong or Elevation or Bethel, a lot of those moments of reflection and worship are all set in place mostly for recording purposes. A lot of the times when I'm leading worship, I only have 4 to 5 songs. And I would encourage you not to copy what others do. One thing that was always said to me, and this is the whole thing about authenticity, is be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to copy someone else. Be yourself. So choosing these right songs is very important. Each song should flow seamlessly into the next, building a narrative and invoking a specific emotion. It's about creating a journey where every song is a stepping stone towards a collective worship experience. Choosing the right songs is crucial. It's not just about your personal preference. It's about aligning the lyrics, the melodies with the message of the service. A well-curated set list can enhance the worship experience manifold. Well, that's it for this talk today. In our next video, we will look at the importance of communication and prayer, and the importance of leading and not performing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.